All right, we are live. I know it's almost 3 a.m. here. I know some people seem to have a problem when I go live this late. It's what it is. But, I figured I'd come on here and do a little live stream. I don't intend to be on here very long. In fact, we might not actually get anybody on here because this channel has not been doing very good as of late. But, anyways, it seems like we still got some freaking trolling going on. People, subbing and unsubbing to the channel because it happened again today. All because of what I put in the community post. Get over yourselves, people, man. Like, what's going on, Ryan? But yeah, it's got to be addressed here. I mean, I'm trying to move the fuck on from this fucking bullshit, to be honest. The trolling, the drama, you know. Trying to think more positive because I'm getting older. I'm not getting any younger. But yet you still have, ignorant people on this platform that are harassing me, Metal Mike. And they won't stop. I know who's behind these accounts. But these people won't stop. And it's the last time you people are getting addressed. Like I said before, leave your ignorant comments, dude. You're going to get blocked. I'm not interested in your drama. I'm not interested in your bullshit. Just because you're ignorant and you're stupid and want to provide negativity on this channel doesn't mean I got to put up with it. And that's what it fucking boils down to. I know who's behind these accounts. And just move on. Live your fucking lives. If you have YouTube channels, focus on those. Don't focus on me. You know? I'll send you a link, man, if you want to come in. I'm not going to be live for too long, but I just feel this ignorance needs to be addressed. I mean, this has been going on for too damn long now. Like, I want to come on here and create content, but I don't want these fucking little assholes fucking ruining shit, you know? All right. Sent you a link there, Ryan. Oh, believe me, White, I know you know who it is. Like, these people they just won't stop. And it's just freaking old now. Dude, I'm almost in my mid 40s. Why the fuck do you want to harass me, you know? It's like, after this, dude, it's not going to be addressed no more. It's time to fucking move on. If these people don't want to grow up and they want to be ignorant, let them be ignorant. You know?
What's
What's going on?
up?
What's up, dude?
1 second. I need a 1 second real quick. Oh, God. Okay, apologies. I had to put on a shirt. What's up,
That's all
dude?
cool, man. What's going on, Nick? Yeah, don't mean to come on here and bitch and complain about these freaking trolls, but I'm just sick of it, dude.
Oh, that's interesting.
I did take a risk with that stream tonight. I mean, I knew, I was taking a hell of a risk doing that Pantera tribute. Yeah, it did get blocked. I had a feeling it would. I mean, So I think what I'm gonna do. I mean, when it comes to music streams, I do have a oh what is it? Not stream. Oh, blah. Freaking mind froze for a minute.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing stuff like this, but with much more smaller bands, more
Right.
underground, more independent type of bands, stuff like that.
Totally.
I have
Um,
one, like I said, I had one planned for I think a label that I am actually growing to like because they got a band I have for quite a while now have started to like really like. The band in question is an Abstract Illusion, and I've shown a lot of support for them, and they just recently joined a label.
right. Totally.
Uh, yeah, I'm sure Thrall's guys might know the label name. It's called Willow Tip Records.
Ooh.
Unless that name rings a bell.
No, I don't think I've ever heard of it. Interesting.
I think with some of the bands on here that I was looking through their catalog might be some of them might be of the brutal death metal type, I believe. I'm looking through here because I got it scrolled up here on my phone of what bands I recognize from there. Who are all on there? Oh, Behold the Octopus! I remember seeing from like a Stevie T video. Who else is on here? Yeah, obviously I mentioned an Abstract Illusion. Ah, here's one. Nick might recognize. Yes, Thralls know them. You might recognize this one name: Defeated Sanity. A brutal death metal band. I believe the Thralls guys might know that band. Julian Gonzalez knows that band. He did album reviews for all of their albums.
Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, yeah. The other accounts I do have a Podbean account, which I haven't uploaded anything on there for over a year, and I do have a Spreaker account. I'm thinking about just doing the music streams on those. I mean,
Oh, you're talking about the yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Willowtip is out of PA.
ooh,
Yeah. Pittsburgh to be more exact.
ooh, Pittsburgh, nice.
They're not too far from me. Assuming that's about hours worth of a drive.
Yeah, close to my old stomping ground. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like I said, they got a few bands. Obviously, an Abstract Illusion are on there, but they're actually from Sweden. They're over the Atlantic.
Abstract Illusion. I've heard that name before.
Let me grab the let me see if where's the album I had because I was just showing it off earlier. Let me pull up my goddamn big box. Yeah, I got all of their CDs, but this is their most recent album. Whoa.
Ooh, pretty cool album cover.
Yeah, I also got their first two releases too. They self-released these two though. But yeah, that's the band in question.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much better to stay or stick with the unsigned band or the smaller bands.
Yes, smaller labels, stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's right. $20 bid. I only know about them because of I was just seeing that label and saw like a Mournful Congregation on there. Forgot what it was. Incubus Karma or something like that.
Incubus Karma. Interesting.
Yeah, that was on $20 spin. That's the only one I recognize from the $20 spin, but I know about that label.
Interesting. Cool. But uh, that's pretty cool.
Who else is on here that I've recognized? Yeah, it's a lot of different. Just going off of where they're from, we got a band from Spain, New York, Italy, Seattle, Washington, South Carolina, Russia, Belarus. Just a slew of bands on that label.
Yeah, I'll send you a link, Nick. I know it's kind of late to be doing this, but
Yeah, I really should be sleeping right now, but I figured I'd come on here and like, oh, bed's on. Like, why not?
oh hell yeah! I mean, with me working third shift, I'm always up late. I mean, all right. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, this other band, was it Sludge? That it's spelled like the SLUGDGE. Does that ring a
Sludge?
bell?
Yeah,
they got these.
Not really.
Like it's like a stoner, sludgy metal band or something like that. I thought you might recognize the name.
All right.
Yeah, then we got up to you.
What's
Hi,
up,
Nick.
What's going on?
I figure I'd pop in for a little bit. Yeah, I've seen streams get cut off before because they're playing music, and generally it's okay if it's like something like super underground, but if you play anything like remotely popular, it trips a fucking bot, and then you get cut off.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured I knew I was taking a risk doing that stream. I mean,
It's part of it. Unfortunately, you got to play by fucking rules.
I just think it's stupid. I don't see what the big deal is, to be honest.
I don't know, like licensing and shit like that. Like they can get in trouble and blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't bother with it. I just talk. That's it. I don't even say the lyrics to songs. I don't even take that chance.
Yeah, me and Ben, we take a risk pretty much doing what we do with whether it be Ben's radio shows or the retrospective stuff. We walk a fine line pretty much.
I mean, it's a hassle to be able to throw music in like videos and streams because you have to get permission. It also has to fall under the whole YouTube guidelines, whether or not it's transformative, like you're using it as an example for something, and it isn't just jockeying a clip real quick. I don't know. I just stopped bothering with it because it was like, dude, this is, I swear it changes every time. Like they said, like, oh, you're allowed up to 10 seconds of a clip. Yeah, I put in 8-second clips before, and it tripped the fucking copyright thing. I was like, this isn't even worth it.
Very true.
They'll know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I mean, there's other sites like Spreaker and Podbean to do that stuff too. I mean, I know a friend of mine used to do radio shows over on Spreaker, and he did like Sunday morning metal shows. And he played a lot of popular stuff and a lot of very underground stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely there's fucking channels on here I've seen that just have like 3-hour blocks of just mixed up fucking like metal music and shit like that.
Oh yeah, I forget the name of the channel. I'm subscribed to the channel too. Can't think of the name of it, but he does like music streams too, kind of like what I'm trying to do. And,
I mean, there's a lot of channels like that. I know that was it Stoned Meadow of Doom? That channel uploads a lot of fucking music and does like flat out like live streams of a series of fucking albums, all of course Stoner Doom related because that's the thing.
Yeah. What's going on, Xavier?
Yeah, I was just typing that in while I'm in here.
Yeah, but Willow Tip and $20 Spin are both based out of your state. I think they're both in Pittsburgh too. So you got a nice fucking metal hub there.
Yep.
I know. I used to go to shows up there years ago. Oh God, there used to be a bunch of bands that played up there. I mean, back. Oh Jesus, would have been back when metalcore was really hopping. I'm gonna have to dig them out. I have some of the burnt CDs still that the band members gave me. I just kind of forget the name of the bands right now.
It's weird enough. I've been going back and listening to some metalcore because doing another states of metal, and there was one state in particular that pretty much one of the main reasons why metalcore became popular. But yeah, going back through like some of the older stuff, like before it got immensely popular, and then like every 5 seconds a new metalcore band popped up that sounded like every other fucking metalcore band.
Right,
Dude, like that fucking subset got fucking saturated quick as fuck. Like
it sure
quick.
did, man. Oh man, I remember back when Trustkill was releasing a bunch of these bands. It's like after a while, all these bands started to just sound the same.
Yeah, dude, Trustkill, that was a fucking mail order fucking, like the kid ran that shit out of his basement, and then it turned into like one of the big metalcore labels, and then once the scene sort of fucking died out, so the label, I guess. Same thing with like Ferret Records.
Oh yeah, Ferret Records.
But
Riot Records is another one. Victory Records is another.
Victory was a big one, especially for hardcore.
Fuck yeah, dude. Victory Hardcore was fucking legendary. I still swear by that shit.
I only know things from there. I think BT Bam obviously were on that label at one point. Wasn't Carnifex at one point?
Yep. Before that, though, like their original run, you had bands like Blood for Blood, Strife, Earth Crisis, God, In Cold Blood. Fuck. There were so fucking many. Like they had a whole fucking clutch of perfect fucking pissed off, teenager music, and I was fucking all over it.
Let's see, there was a band called Most Precious Blood. I actually saw them live way back then.
Before that, the band that they came from that broke up was called Indecision, and they were pretty fucking nasty too.
Right. God, I used to have one of their CDs way back then.
I think I still got 3 of them. 3 Most Precious Blood ones. I remember I didn't hear about them until fucking Andrew WK of all people started propping them up and was like, dude, this fucking band is awesome. I love old school hardcore like this. And I checked it out. I was like, all right, let's see what it's all about. I was like, all right, man. Andrew WK was right.
Oh, there was a band called Full Blown Chaos. They were kind of like a hate breed type of band.
Yeah. Those were good.
They were good. I mean,
Sworn Enemy.
Oh, yeah, I remember them.
They're still around, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, I think like once Killswitch Engage broke big with like End of Heartache, like literally any band that had like, all right, you can growl all you want, but you got to have that big old fucking poppy hooky ass chorus, like
pretty much them. ATR, As I Lay Dying,
Yep, that became the standard.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there was another one I used to listen to back then. If Hope Dies.
Yeah, I actually have both their albums. They were pretty short-lived.
Yeah,
they were good though.
I saw them live. They were really good live. I mean, from what I remember.
Wyatt says Sworn Enemy are still a band. Yes.
Yep. I want to say someone I know that she's a reviewer for I forget which fucking website. She does like written reviews, but she just saw them in the UK. It was like, did they still sound fucking great? It was like, fuck yeah, that's good. I saw them once at Ozfest and was like, dude, this sounds like Hatebreed. I like Hatebreed. I got no problem there.
Yeah, right. I mean, there was a lot of. It's amazing how many bands were out at that time when I think back on it.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, that was. The hardcore scene and then, the metalcore scene were huge. And, I mean, honestly, all of them started off really well. It's just they kind of got, I get, like, once the eye fucking pops down, like the pop culture eye pops down it, and it's like, well, we got to sign more bands that sound just like the bands that are taking off here. The whole thing became oversaturated, and you got a ton of these fucking faceless bands. Most of them aren't even around anymore. The ones
Right.
that stuck it out were the ones that were able to fucking keep writing, creative music.
Yeah.
Kill Switch is still fucking going strong. Unearth.
Kill.
Doing
Oh yeah,
all right.
Unearth. Yeah, they're
Unearth
still
was
around.
really good.
Yeah, they kind of had like an Iron Maiden aspect to what they did with metalcore.
That's what I loved about Unearth was, dude, the flashy guitar playing. They loved lead guitar and lead guitar harmonies. But
You'll
they had
get-
the front man that
you'll
sounded
get
like the classic hardcore dude.
You'll get some
Oh,
of those that are the rare exceptions or something like, even if they're not of the popular choice or something like that. Like I think when I was think of the Warped Tour bands, there's probably only a couple that I think stood out that really weren't that. I think I lumped them in there with that crowd of Black Veil Brides and Asking Alexandria stood out like any from all the other generic metalcore bands because they didn't sound like that.
By the time like that next tier, I would say that last tier of metalcore started coming out, where it was the really poppy bands. Like, I mean, Asking Alexandria is definitely in there. Bless the Fall. Like the bands that they would end up being the token metalcore bands of Warped Tour. Is like, yeah, I'm kind of losing interest on this. This is becoming increasingly more and more commercial, and not that
Right.
that's like a problem as long as you're writing good songs, but none of these bands are standing apart from one another. Actually, it made me go back and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go listen to Converge again. It's been a while since I've listened to Converge, and it's like, oh yeah, Converge still sounds like they don't give a shit if anyone thinks they're popular. They're writing from their fucking rotten, dark fucking hearts.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those bands just didn't survive.
Yeah. I mean, metalcore kind of killed new metal, but inevitably it suffered the same fate and got, I mean, I guess metalcore kind of died out because deathcore kind of took off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really hasn't had like a resurgence.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's one band that I'm now seeing that a lot of people have been talking about that's trying to bring that back. Lorna Shore.
I can't with that fucking band, dude. It's heavy. I will say it's heavier than fuck, but it's not very interesting. It's very repetitious. They love that fucking big old fucking stupid chunky fucking slam breakdown, and yeah, that's fucking heavy. I love big slams. Those are great. Not when they all sound the same and they sound interchangeable from song to song. And yeah, that frontman can do some wild, crazy shit with his voice, but the music's kind of dull. Like, in between those breakdowns, you have blast beats and like kind of just extra heavy mellow death riffing, but it doesn't stand out. And
Definitely.
behind that, they have this symphonic element that's so goddamn loud and so fucking annoying. That, and I don't know what the fuck they did with that production, but literally I had people say, don't play this if you have a nice stereo because it will blow up your speakers. I was like, dude, come on. I know they're young and they're, they want to be loud and fucking rowdy, but like, dude, come on, don't destroy shit.
Yeah, I look at that album that they were doing. To be fair, I was curious about everything when it came to that band or something like that, and seeing a lot of people are just playing that. And like, I was like, okay, I want to listen to the trilogy of songs that they had on that album, the title track trilogy, and I was just listening to that. I'm like, oh wow, that's. I look at it as more of like a transitional album or something. Like they're trying to get away from because they're not trying to be like all the other deathcore bands. When I think of the deathcore sound nowadays, I'm like, I hear just very, very heavy gent. That's what I hear when it comes to modern deathcore. So seeing another band that's trying to do something different, I'm like,
honestly, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think the bands in deathcore that are smarter about it are blending their style with other stuff.
yeah,
Like Ingested. Ingested isn't purely deathcore, but deathcore is a part of their sound, but they're also brutal death metal.
Yeah.
So you get death metal riffs coupled with the breakdowns, and you still kind of get the elements the deathcore kids like, but you also get the elements the death metal people like. So both facets will end up buying your shit. And yeah, for the most part, they won't bicker about it because there's still like kind of a big division between deathcore and death metal fans. Like, fuck your core bands. Like, you're fucking old.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lorna Shore, like, I don't know. There was just too much hype around it, and I gave it a chance. I listened to that album twice before I did the review for it, and I was like, I don't get it. Like, I'm sure to someone that is really young and that hasn't listened to like a ton of different stuff would think this is absolutely mind-blowing, because it might be. It might be absolutely fresh and new and interesting to that person, but someone that's listened to even just this genre as it started and to where it is now, like, this isn't really that interesting. This is kind of still really basic. You just have someone playing the Lord of the Rings fucking score in the background that's way too fucking loud. Like, the symphonic element sounds just so damn cheesy.
Right. That's true. I mean, I think the thing that bugs me with a lot of modern metal is actually the production.
I get that.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of it's way too clean, some of it's way too compressed, and some of it just doesn't sound organic.
Organic is such a big thing for me. Like, all right, I want a band to sound like what you're going to get live. Like, that is one of the main things. That's what I look for. And when it's like hyper compressed or just too polished and too clean, I was like, okay, it's not going to sound like this live. And I feel like you're almost kind of like misleading. And well, yeah, triggered drums too. Triggered drums kind of bother me. I mean, it depends on the style. Like, I get it for like brutal death metal and technical death metal. You almost need them at that point.
Yeah.
But the overly clicky sound on the drums, I don't like that. I like a good fucking thud. But yeah, like that was kind of the thing I liked here in the recent years with like bands like Tomb Mold. All of a sudden, people started hearing this band that sounds raw, very organic. Their production is very gritty, and everything isn't like absolutely spot on, like super tight. Like, it's a little bit loose, and it sounds human. And that's kind of the thing I wanted to like get back to, is like, because I grew up on like Cannibal Corpse and fucking Obituary and Suffocation and shit like that. Like, that shit was technical in its own way. It was well played, but it wasn't like so perfect and washed over. Like, there was discernible grit on every album.
Right. I mean, as a musician too, that's kind of what I do with my music. I try to make it sound. What am I trying to say here? I try to make it sound as, raw as possible and organic as possible.
I mean, you think about the live setting, like, how's it going to sound live? Like, if it sounds like too artificial, like, I mean, it kind of depends on the style, but for me, like, most of the death metal I like sounds like what you're going to get live. And that's like a big thing for me.
It's kind of like a band like Sabaton. I think their music's just way too overproduced.
Oh yeah,
I think I'm in that boat where, and to be fair, I would be one of those that's like, I wouldn't play live, like, unless it's of a certain circumstance. I would never play live. I'm of the Arion type, basically. Like, I would want production to be like a certain way or something like that. But I kind of agree with the organic thing. It's just that we're on the two different sides when it comes to the production stuff. You wanted raw, I'm wanting more of like picture perfect.
But as long as it matches up live, like that's my main thing. Like, if you hear a band that sounds absolutely pristine on their album, but you listen to them live and they don't necessarily sound like that, like, there's way too many vocal effects or guitar effects or symphonic elements. Generally, like, all right, a band like Sabaton is also about that live performance and show, and it's very theatrical. The dude wears his dumb fucking armor or whatever the fuck he is and sings about history lessons. I don't know. I don't like Sabaton.
Or hell, even another example, Iron Maiden. Presentation.
But, like, here, honestly, lately, I could use some more production on Iron Maiden's albums, because I mean, here, like, lately, like, I feel like the guitar's thin, and I think Steve Harris has still got in his head, like, we're a prog band. It's like, no, the fuck, you're not.
They're not.
You're a heavy metal band. a heavy metal band again.
Right.
Pretty pleased.
I mean, just because you have 10-minute long songs doesn't necessarily make you a prog band.
Yeah, like especially if it's like, well, a prog band like Dream Theater or BT Bam, they would have done this in movements, and there would be interesting transitions here and there. It's like, no, you're kind of just droning on these same riffs, and you're just making it long. Like,
Well, I think the biggest problem with Maiden is too. For several albums, going all the way back to like Seven Sons or Fear of the Dark, they do these drawn out long bass intros, and they're, to me, they all sound pretty much the same.
yeah, I mean, that's Steve Harris is kind of the guy in charge. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to tell him, no, you can't do that. It's like, the fuck I can.
Yeah, pretty much at the end of the day, it's his band. He'll do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
I mean, and I think in terms of like ownership of the band, I think it is partial. I think he owns most of the rights to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the principal songwriter. He's the one that, and they don't write as a band anymore, which I don't know. I feel like you get too much division. Like you can tell who wrote what on certain albums, like especially the last one. Like I could tell you which ones that were definitely Steve Harris and ones that were definitely fucking Adrian Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the previous one, you can tell, like Book of Souls, only one solely written Steve Harris song, and it just so happens to be of the same length as Rime of the Ancient Mariner, pretty much.
I mean, I have been going back and listened to Senjutsu for like a year. From what I remember from that album, though, Adrian Smith did play some really good guitar solos on that album.
Oh yeah,
I'll give him credit for that.
Oh yeah, I know. I'll always give him credit for that. Like even at like some of their weaker moments when he's on the album, if he's doing lead work, it's awesome. Dave Murray's leads were a little lackluster on the new one, but I mean there were still some good songs in it. I just didn't think it was a particularly strong album overall.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't. I don't think it was perfect. I think there was one song on there I did not like, and it was, what was it? Stratego. I did not care for Stratego.
That was one of the few I liked.
I did not care for that. I was like, Days of Future Past is better than it. That should have been the second single. Stratego, I was like, that's the one weak moment. Everything else on that album was either great or pretty good.
I think Stratego might have been one of Adrian's songs on there. Yeah, I managed to get all of my year-end list stuff recorded and edited, so it is all ready to go. Broken up into chapters once again.
This is it's a hard one, dude. I'm having trouble this year.
Yeah, I had to leave off some stuff that fucking just about broke my heart. It's like honestly, it was like, if I'm being honest with myself, I feel way more strongly about these versus these, and it isn't to say these that didn't make it are bad. Like I could have done a top fucking 50 for damn sure.
Yeah, but I was so bummed to let the new Megadeth off the top 10, even though I had an honorable mention, even though I gave it a perfect score. But I was like, there were at least 10 albums. It was down to the wire, and I had this beat it because I like this a little bit more than the new Megadeth.
I'll be honest, a bit of a spoiler. Yeah, Megadeth didn't make my list either. I thought it was a great album, but there were other things that I felt stronger about. Thrash did not make much of an appearance on my list this year. There was a lot of stuff from tons of different camps, like Stoner Doom, Flat Out Doom Metal. There was more black metal and grindcore this year, surprisingly.
See, I haven't checked out much black metal like this year.
There's been some really good ones.
I mean, yeah, the new Dark Throne, really good album.
That one didn't quite make it either. It was like, fuck, dude, if I had more spaces. But there were other albums that just grabbed me more. Yeah, I had a couple of, at least 3 black metal albums that were like, dude, this is just fucking awesome.
Yeah, I haven't really checked out much new black metal in 2022. I did check out some of the new
Yeah,
Dark
me
Funeral
neither.
album. That album's fucking brutal as shit.
It's good, man. They lay on that tremolo way too fucking much. I mean, they have their formula, blast, tremolo, occasional breakdown, but there was like, it just kind of hammered on stuff too long. It's like, okay, cut here. Why are you still going? Come on.
Very true. Yeah, because when I was listening to it, I'm like, yeah, it's just more of the same, really.
It's still good. Like, I really didn't have any problem with it. It was just like, man, like, you made a Dark Funeral album. I feel like I bought this one already.
Right.
But it's not a bad album. Like, there's a lot of bands out there that I think kind of make the same album, but it's a good album.
Right.
Dark Funeral might be one of those. Like, in fact, like the ones I see
So
that people have the most issues with are ones that sound different in Dark Funeral's catalog. It's like, well, this sounds a little bit different and it's still good. No, I fucking hate it. Like, oh, good God.
The one,
Yeah.
the one black metal band I'm really liking. I got to get their music too. 1914.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned
fucking
that.
band
Nick.
is
Oh,
killer.
yeah.
And
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like they take black metal and make it something different.
Sabaton,
it's
but
dark,
black
and
metal,
it's-
pretty much.
It's like black and doom metal. Like, there's like bits of
Oh,
like,
God, yeah.
melodic death metal on there. It's amazing. They do some shit with atmosphere that legit transports you. Like, everything's about World War One, and
Yeah.
I mean, like, there was oh god, I forget the name of the song. It was on the last album. There's a section where literally you hear a bomb come in, like that whistle, and it blows up, and then
Yeah.
it shifts, and then you have tinnitus. Like, you can hear the high pitched squealing as the music is more muffled. It was like, dude, that is clever fucking atmosphere.
Jesus.
Yeah, I really got to get their music.
All
Definitely.
3 of their albums are fucking amazing, and they make great use of fucking guest stars too. I want to say Dave Ingram's on the second one, and
Ooh.
dude, fucking Nick Holmes is on the last one.
Yeah, yeah. He's on and across now marks his place. It's
I
one of the
think
songs
that's
on
the
here.
one too where literally the lyrics are reading wartime letters, like
Yeah.
from soldiers down in the fucking trenches trying to get a letter home.
Yeah, it's like a different take on black metal. I mean, I even kind of struggle to really call it black metal because it doesn't have like none of the satanic shit.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
of the, like you said, blackened death metal, some doom metal, and some sludge on this previous album.
It's dark. It's dark, and
But
it
definitely dark. Yeah.
it takes you to where it's at. I don't know. I that's in terms of like music transporting you to, it's actual themes. Like there's something about that album. Ah, man, it's like, yeah, you're in the fucking shit.
Yeah, it's like they take musically what they do to me, it's like they take the black metal aspect and what comes out of it is basically how war really is. Hell,
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean that was. I mean, World War One was supposed to be the war to end all wars. Man, did we get that one wrong?
Yep.
But yeah, like their whole stage get up too. Like they wear fucking World War One era.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's
shit.
right.
The frontman's mic stand is actually a rifle, and it's on the fucking buttstock is where the mic is. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, I remember seeing a picture of that and was like, holy. Yeah, here's like a picture of them at like a tavern and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, they're really, really good band. I've been a fan of them since I heard their second album, and when I saw their last one was a top 10 one for me last year.
Where Fear and Weapons Meet is the most
Yep.
recent album.
That's an amazing album. I mean, the one before that, oh god, what was it?
I can't pronounce this first word. Eschatology of War.
That's the first one. That's the second one.
Oh,
The one
that was a remastered or something like that. The Blind Leading the Blind.
Yep. The one where people are following the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, this was just this Eschatology is just a remastered or re-released version of the first album, pretty much.
All right. Which that's actually a really interesting topic, to be honest, about black metal, because not all black metal deals with Satanism.
Oh yeah, I mean you have like the pagan stuff, like the Cascadian black metal, like the shit that comes actually from the Pacific Northwest, like Wolves in the Throne Room and Agalloch.
Mm-hmm. We bands oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I was gonna say, unfortunately, you got the NSBM shit, and that's whatever. Fuck them.
That shit I don't like.
I mean, there's a lot of different shit. I mean, there was Christian black metal at one point.
Actually, I think it might still exist. Actually,
well, they called it white metal for a while.
Yeah. Oh, there was a band called Horde.
Yeah.
It had the drummer from Mortification in it, and it's brutal. I mean, it sounds like black metal, but obviously not satanic or nothing like that.
Yeah, there's also like the black gaze stuff where it's like shoegaze and black metal, and generally their lyrical themes are way more like personal struggles and fucking life beating the shit out of you, suicidal, depressive fucking black metal. That's tough to listen to.
No, I can't get into that.
I mean, I like Saster.
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's like too much distance and fucking reverb on their shit. That's my issue with them.
I think for me, it's too depressing.
Dude, yeah.
It's too depressing to listen to. Like, I was really into it a few years ago, but I don't really listen to it much no more.
There's one band that I do like that is definitely depressive, suicidal, whatever it is. None. The album Damp Chill of Life. It's beautiful. It really is. But oh my God, it is depressing. Like, there are like segments of the dude is crying in the background. It's like, dude, we didn't need the tears. We already know this is bummer music, man. But
then there was another band too called Happy Days. Weird name for a black metal band. One of them. That's what they're called. They're called Happy Days, and they do suicidal, depressive black metal.
I mean, I do love irony.
Oh my God, I can't believe
Yeah, they're called Happy Days.
That's perfect. That's literally fucking perfect. If I had a depressive, suicidal fucking black metal band, I would have called it Happy Days too.
Yeah.
Isn't there a copyright issue there?
I'd fight them for it. Listen, that was hilarious. I want it.
And then obviously there's bands like Silencer, which Silencer where that dude's like really crazy.
Yeah,
he was in a mental asylum, I think.
It's also pretty unlistenable from what I've listened to.
It's very unlistenable. I've heard.
It's terrible. I mean, you also got bands like, Psy is still technically black metal, but it's also avant-garde.
Oh, you talking about Psy? They're the Japanese.
Yeah, there are no rules.
I really like their music. I got to be in the right mood to listen to it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Sometimes they're just like, this is too fucking weird right now. Like, I don't know what they're cackling about. It's very strange.
Oh, what's up, Snowy? So the shirt did arrive. So, I'm sorry, I'm talking to one of the people in the chat here.
Be right back.
So the shirt did arrive. Cool. Hopefully it looks good.
Yeah, I mentioned Death Spell Omega. They started off being a raw black metal, and then they went to that avant-garde stuff. Sure, they still got black metal in them.
Well, I think Zaster does, or yeah, Zaster. I think he does acoustic stuff now.
Yeah.
He doesn't even play black metal anymore. Oh, cool, Snowy. That's cool to hear, man. Thanks for buying that shirt, man.
Yeah, I've been into like Damon Borgir and that.
I still have my Demi Moore Gear CDs, actually. I just haven't spun them in a while. See, I have almost all their albums. I got For All Tid, their first album, Spiritual Black Dimension, Death Cold Armageddon. Oh,
Death
fuck.
Cult Armageddon's my favorite.
I haven't spun it in a while, man. That's a band I have not listened to in quite a while.
I was gonna see Cannibal Corpse with Black Anvil with them, but
Yes, so I actually saw Dimmu live back in 2004 at Ozfest.
Ooh.
It's definitely an experience because they were like the first actual. They were like the first black metal band to play on a festival like that. I mean, in fact, Dimmu, you don't really hear much about Dimmu anymore. I know Sargath has another project called Chrome Division. I've never actually even listened to that either.
Hmm.
I think it's more. I think Chrome Division's more like hard rock. It's not black metal at all. It's really weird.
Hmm.
Oh, cool, man! I'm happy you like the shirt, dude. Actually, going to design a Metal Bastards Hangout podcast shirt here soon.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that.
I mean I've had shirts made, but nothing for my channel.
Yeah, Teesprings. I have copies of my shirts, or a couple of them at least. What do I do with it? Oh yeah, it's right here. In fact, I might not have enough light to show it. Here's what the hoodie looks like.
Nice.
Holocaust Reaping Metal. Turned out all right. Reaping Heavy Metal.
Heavy metal
Vengeance.
vengeance. Nice.
Yeah, that's what the hoodie looks like.
That's pretty awesome.
So yeah, maybe I can get some Damage Inc. shirts made up.
Hell
money,
yeah.
the money would go to you. It's not going to go to me.
Problem is, no more PayPal. Unfortunately.
Ooh, that sucks.
Mom was
Well,
like,
yeah, it's good. It's good having you guys on the stream, man. So 2023, we got a couple, we got some new releases coming in 2023.
yeah,
New
I got that.
Obituary. What else is coming out? The new Obituary, new In Flames. Obviously, new Metallica.
I mentioned some of these in my stream near the end. New Ahab, The Coral Tombs, Obituary, Dying of Everything, Steve Vai, Vi/Gas, Uriah Heep, Chaos
Yep.
of Color, Catatonia, Sky Void of Stars on here. We
And
got February so far. In Flames Foregone, obviously. If anybody is interested in maybe getting a comedy album, probably. Dope, Blood Money Part 0.
oh,
There's a comedy album. I don't even think there's a 6 screen on it. So Dope, it gets the honorary comedy metal album this year. Godsmack, Lighting Up the Sky. Not like I'm going to care. I've stopped caring about Godsmack. Ooh, Enslaved Heimdall. August Burns Red, Death Below, Nea Bliviscars, Exol. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Ooh.
Obviously, you mentioned Metallica, 72 Seasons.
Oh yeah, man, we got another cool year to look forward to. I mean, I'm ready. Oh yeah, the debut album by Wild Ride is coming out possibly in 2023,
Yeah, that's right.
and there's going to be another Haunt album in 2023. But Trevor's always putting out albums, so. And I did hear a new Haunt song, and sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'm just looking through some of these. At least mention those that have titles. What do we got on here? King Diamond, The Institute, but that's been around for a while. Like,
Jeez,
coming out this. Yeah, it's coming out this year. Or no, it's coming out this year.
I hope.
And then
There
we
might
got,
be a new Merciful Fate before that.
yeah, Merciful Fate's on here.
Because it seems. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I mentioned Immortal, War Against All. That's got a title.
Ooh. I thought the last Immortal album was really good.
Body Count, Merciless.
Ooh, new Body Count. Shit.
Oh, then right above it, Black Sabbath box set, the Tony Martin years.
Oh, man. I got to get that.
Same.
Tell you what, man. This right here was a fucking great buy. That Uriah Heep box set. Holy shit, man.
Nice.
Oh, my God. That was a beautiful buy. I spent almost $300 for it. I wanted it. And I have it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if I buy the Obituary album just for the artwork.
Yeah, Nick, did you see this?
Oh shit! You get a box set?
Yeah, I put a picture of it up on my Facebook page.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's got every album in it. It's got a book in it. It's got a couple of pictures in it, and it's got the Magician birthday vinyl in it.
Jesus, man, you should show fucking Jeff that. He'll fucking shit himself. He's the box set king.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. That's a band I still need to fucking pick up shit by. Like, and maybe like, towards the end of this year and, the beginning of next year, since releases, they'll be slow, but there'll still be some big ones. I have a chance to pick up some, like, classic rock shit I've been missing.
I'm I got to get that because I really like Uriah Heep.
I know, I've been hooked on. Have you jammed Spirit World? Death Western?
No.
Dude, it is quite possibly the riffiest fucking album I've heard this year. It's like old school, like crossover thrash, bit of fucking death metal, hardcore, and just riff and fucking groove and Western music. Like good, the bad, and the ugly.
Ooh.
Except with it's wild. It's wild. You just gotta check it out, dude.
So the band's called Spirit World?
Spirit World, and the album's called Death Western. And it's
Dude, I gotta
fucking
check that
fun.
out, man.
Dude, it'll groove your fucking face off. Like, it just lays on that kind of old school hardcore Pantera fucking groove. Just like, I don't know, it's like Hatebreed and Slayer kind of came together because there are Slayer riffs all over it. Like, you get Slayer harmonies everywhere. Dive bomb fucking solos.
Shit,
The
I gotta check
vocals
that
are
out now.
like, you get the old school hardcore gang vocals and you just fucking like right in your face. Like, everything is just powerful about it. I've been hooked on this fucking album.
Dude, I gotta check that out now.
Their first one, Pagan Rhythms, is fucking awesome too. Like, everything they do, like, dude, if you just want to just get kind of stuck like right there for an entire album, it's like, dude, yes,
Man.
they're from Nevada too. Wyatt, those are your
That's
guys,
gonna make me
I think
have
I
a
heard you
metal
say
orgasm
that.
now.
dude. Jam it, dude. I mean, the song Ulcer. Oh my god, dude! Like, gang vocals fucking everywhere too. I love hardcore gang vocals. Like, yeah, let's all fucking shout something together.
See, I love that shit too. I mean, what band got hooked Yeah, it was definitely Exodus or SOD or
Yep.
yeah, or and Anthrax Among the Living. They got me hooked on that hardcore vocal style, or the hardcore vocal style.
Sick of It All. Sick of It All was great for that.
I like the
Even
cover.
Even like some suicidal tendencies.
Yeah, here, hold on one second. I'll show you the album cover for this. You'll love it.
Yeah, I think I got a few albums that I've been gonna be getting that are come out this year. Most of them were in my top 10.
This is the same artist that did Municipal Waste's Electrified Brain.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Pretty sick.
Spirit
it's-
World. Oh, dude, I gotta fucking check that out.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I'm actually checking it out now. See if it's
Dude.
on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it should be.
It's called Spirit World.
Yeah, it's only like I think like 36 minutes long, but man, it's so fucking packed with fucking riffs. Like this album just chugs along, and it's so good.
Oh, shit. What's the album called?
Death,
Death
Western.
Death
On Century
Western?
Media. Yep.
Yeah, one word.
Oh, okay, here it is. Cool.
Yeah, the guy that did the album cover is also a fan of Thralls too. He actually pops in the chats every now and then. It was like, yeah, it was like he popped in because he popped in for Municipal Waste, and it was like, hey man, I just wanted to pop in. I like your channel. By the way, I did the album art for that. I was like, dude, this album art's fucking sick, dude. And then
That's pretty cool.
he popped in on when I did the Spirit World review, and was like, let me guess, you did this absolutely badass artwork, didn't you? I was like, yep. I was like, dude, you fucking outdid yourself, man. It's like
Okay,
Evil
well,
Dead meets like the outlaw Josie Wales.
Ooh. Classic, excellent classic movie too, and Evil Dead freaking rules.
Yeah, I mean it has that, like you'll have like these little country spots that kind of lead in the songs, and then
No, that's actually cool when metal bands do stuff like that. I think.
these guys have like a unique I mean, like the song titles. Let's see, Committee of Buzzards. It's a great fucking song. Cursed Heathen Scum. Lujuria Satanica.
That's funny.
I mean, dude, even the inside cover. I mean, they have their fucking motif pretty much fucking down. And dude, if you go see these guys live, I wasn't prepared for it. Fucking John and I went to go see them. They were on the same bill with Creeping Death and 200 Stab Wounds. And they get on stage like they're tuning up and everything. I was like, man, this dude's like dressed like he's like the fucking head waiter at Olive Garden. Like he was just wearing a black button-up shirt and black pants. It's like, did he just get off of like? It's like, yeah, I got a date with the wife tonight, so I gotta stay kind of dressed up. Then they go off stage for a bit and then come on, and they're wearing jackets with rhinestones on them and cowboy hats and sunglasses. And I was like, dude, what? And then they're just ripping through this shit like the pits were fucking churning for these motherfuckers.
Damn. Fuck.
Yeah, we got a BS with the front man. It was like, dude, you guys have just something. Like all this music, it reminds me of being a teenager and listening to just pissed off teenager music. But you have this like unique theme to it. Like I fucking love it. I was like, oh, thanks, man. And yeah,
That's
we
pretty
told them,
cool,
like,
man.
yeah, we're 100% reviewing this shit because I think they played one new song. I was like, that sounds sick. Okay.
Ooh. I definitely got to check that out. Hell yeah.
It's fun. Like it feels fresh and new, but there's so much of like an old school fucking vibe to it. Like just like early 90s metal, early 90s hardcore. And
Yeah.
I mean, again, if you're just a sucker for groove and riffs, and the guitar tone has such a sublime fucking crunch to it.
Like, I'll look at bands that are on Century Media Records nowadays, and like I don't know, a lot of them don't really have appeal to me. I
I mean,
guess.
yeah, like Century Media, like some of the, I mean, mostly I gravitate towards like smaller labels for the most part. Like in terms of like, I guess like more well known metal labels, like Relapse, I still think is really fucking good.
Yeah,
Like Prosthetic, like Nuclear Blast still finds a lot of good stuff, but
Season of Mist sometimes.
Season of Mist is usually pretty damn good.
I usually put them in the like top tier with some of those big metal labels.
Yeah, like
Easily.
Century Me is just, yeah, they got some good bands. They got some bands that like, well, and that's definitely for a totally different audience.
speaking of Central
Yeah.
Media, I got this classic the other day.
Oh, dude, Ceremony of the Opposites. That's
Oh my
dude,
god.
that's
fucking
proof
love this
that fucking black metal can have groove, right there.
Yeah.
Those first 3 albums are so goddamn good.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I've always liked it. It's definitely different. Like I don't know what to call it. Like yeah, there's definitely still some of that black metal in there, but there's a lot of doom in there too.
They were always like, they didn't go for blast beats all the time. I mean, yeah, I think they're Swiss, right? I think they're Swiss. You know, I think honestly they kind of modeled themselves a bit more off of like Celtic Frost more than anything else. Like, we can groove along, bring in some D beats, but like the blast beat thing, we don't need to do that all the time. And there were like, I have their first 3 albums. I fucking love them. But
Ooh,
man,
yeah.
like looking at like the archives, like there were some people like legit butthurt, like this isn't very fast. This is like the slowest black metal album. I was like, dude, but is the music good?
It's supposed to be slow.
It's
fucking killer.
written.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
freaking weird because I think the first Samuel album I ever got was Eternal, and that was one of their industrial albums.
Yeah, actually, I think the first song I ever heard by them was the song "Rain," which is a killer fucking song. Like I thought it was like wow, this kind of sounds like Rammstein, but a bit heavier.
Yeah.
And I thought it was good, but then I heard
English.
yep.
Yeah, it's sung in English.
And
I mean-
was it Vogue or whatever his name is? Vorg?
Yeah,
Vorg?
it's weird. They kind of have like that gothic, doom, industrial. Well, early on they did have more of a black metal, Celtic Frost type of feel to them.
I mean, they're still pretty solid. Like I think I have most of their albums. There's only a couple I'm missing, but I mean, they just write good songs regardless of which way they go in terms of their style. I know there's definitely a divide in the fan base. I kind of prefer the earlier stuff, but I still like the later stuff. Sometimes you get fan bases like that.
Yeah, I think I like the earlier stuff better too, but I actually enjoy their industrial stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, there was a period where I was like big into industrial metal. Like, there's still some industrial metal bands I fucking love.
Fear Factory, obviously.
Yeah, I was big on American Head Charge for a while, but man, that
Ooh.
band is fucking problematic.
Yeah, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Actually, it was
Good
weird. If you're subscribed to Metal Blade Records, Ingested did one of those in record store things, and they were in Germany.
I think I
And
saw that.
yeah, one of the members snagged a vinyl copy of American Head Charge's War of Art. It's like, dude, I remember that came out, man. It was 2001.
Yeah, that's one band. Yeah, they were kind of like new metal and industrial, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, they were. I always put them more industrial because they were really heavy on the samples and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like it had that industrial fucking bite to it, where it sounded like there was like lots of machinery in the background, and they used some drum loops occasionally too. But they still appealed to the new metal crowd too.
Yep.
Um,
Well, yeah, that's kind of another genre too. Like near the end of new metal, there was all these bands popping up, and none of them really ever took off.
and that second wave, that like last wave of new metal, was almost kind of the nail in the coffin because it was like, all right, well, there's just not much coming out, and again, that's where I think metalcore took off. Because I remember like Ozfest 2003 being the first teaser of what was to come, because they had Shadows Fall and they had fucking Killswitch Engage on there. And
I think
for the rest
was
of
on there too.
yeah, and yeah, Double Driver, and the rest of them were all like new metal bands, and people were reacting more towards the heavier bands. Like Killswitch got like standing ovations, and that was the first tour they had, I believe, with Howard Jones on vocals, because Jesse Leach had quit almost right before that tour. And they were like, "Fuck, who do we get?" And they liked Howard from Blood Has Been Shed. Is like, "Do you want to take this on?" I was like, "All right." And yeah, when we saw him, it was like, Jesus Christ, this dude can fucking sing. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's got a good voice.
He's got a great voice. I don't like Light the Torch much. Yeah, all right, you've gone full bore for accessibility, and it's kind of dull. Like I loved what he did with Killswitch Engage, but
he did a project recently with Jared Dines, and it kind of does sound similar to like what he did in Killswitch a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, they fucking blew everyone away, and the same thing with Shadows Fall. Like people were like, dude, like, holy shit, these guys are good. Look at that guitarist rip.
I'll tell you what, Shadows Fall. When I first heard Shadows Fall, it would have been in 2000.
Yeah, of One Blood.
That's when I actually first heard them. I'm like, this band's gonna blow up. They're gonna blow up and become huge. They're gonna be like another Metallica. Obviously, that never really happened.
They got reasonably big. Like they had the one album. Oh, what was it? They got signed to the major label on Threads of Life.
Threads of Life, yeah.
It was okay. I mean, but the Art of Balance.
Art of Balance. Great.
Dude, and of course the War Within was awesome too. But the Art of Balance, like, it was like, dude, like this. And I loved Of One Blood. Like that was the first one I ever got. Crushing Belial, still one of my favorite fucking tracks. But
oh, good. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was like, but like I don't know. Like I don't know what happened with that band. Like they were like they had such a high trajectory, and then it just sort of just dropped off.
Yeah, they just got back together and doing shows now.
Hey, awesome.
Looks like God Forbid's back too,
dude.
From what I saw on Facebook.
Are both brothers? Because I know, because Doc and Dallas had a huge fucking falling out. Like it was kind of fucking. It was actually not kind of fucking ugly. It was ugly.
See, that I haven't really read into much. I did see like a post though from God Forbid on Facebook about them doing some shows again.
Hey,
I don't know if the brothers are back together. I haven't really looked that far into it.
I'll have to look into that one, because I did see that they were back together. Byron, the frontman, was definitely in it. I think the bassist and the drummer were in it too. The drummer's actually got a project he's doing with Corey Glover from Living Color.
Oh, nice. That's interesting.
Yeah, let me see here. Let's see. Maybe. Oh no. It looks like they got oh shit. Oh yeah. It's was it Mike Hippa or Mark Hippa? One of the ex guitarists of As I Lay Dying.
Nick Hippa. Or
Oh,
Hippa.
Nick.
Here we go, Nick
Oh,
Hippa.
Nick. Oh, wow. That's
Yeah. Well, good on him for getting in a band that doesn't have an attempted murderer in it.
Right.
Fuck Tim LaBasis. I'm no.
Yes.
There people forgave him too quickly. It's like, oh, it's okay. He's back in the band now. Like, it's fucking not, dude.
No, it's not okay.
dude's a
Not
fucking
after what he did.
psychopath.
Right.
But and that was why fucking Nick left the band. I was like, I can't pretend that this is okay, because
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
kind of like all,
Then
It's
I
kinda like-
think after Nick was their bassist and clean singer, he left too.
I think the drummer wasn't even on their last tour either. I think that band's about fucking done.
it's kind of like all these people, the Warts of Varg.
One of the was it Phil that didn't leave?
From As I Lay Dying.
Yeah,
Bassist.
Yeah, I think it's one guitarist that's still there. Well, I mean, all right, I think the drummer's still listed as there, but
Yeah, I
again-
think I heard he was taking.
no, he's out of the band.
I think he said
Oh, he's
was
out?
or-
Yeah,
well, yeah, he stayed out of the last tour. The only thing I follow in terms of like As I Lay Dying is like, all right, let's see what fucking drama there is now. But yeah, I saw he stayed out of the last tour, and there was like he made it very public on like Twitter and shit like that. It's like, uh-oh, there's something boiling behind the scenes again. Fucking Tim's gonna put a hit out on him.
on the whole band.
Oh shit!
But yeah, like Nick Hippa is a good fit for God Forbid. Like that's almost the exact same style, and honestly, it might be a bit of an upgrade too, because I mean he's got a really good melodic lead style that really works well with Doc's style too. So
Right.
I mean, if God Forbid does come back, maybe cuts another album, I'll be fucking excited.
Oh yeah, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
You know.
I haven't seen him since shit. God, I think I saw him with Lamb of God, As I Lay Dying, Children of Bodom, and Municipal Waste. God, fucking forever ago. I think that was right around the Art of Partying, so it had to be like mid 2000s, like maybe like 2000,
2007-ish.
maybe. I don't know if Wrath was out yet. It might have been.
God, I can't remember, to be honest.
What year was it?
Oh, I'm trying to think.
26 or 20 or 2007 or 2006. I'm thinking.
Because Wrath came out in 2009, I think.
So it might
you're
have been.
right.
It might have been 2000. It might have been 2008. I remember because the same night Amon Amarth was playing in Detroit, but my buddy wanted to go see Lamb of God down in Columbus, and I really wanted to see Municipal Waste and God Forbid especially. So I was like, I'm going to go down to Columbus. So my brother-in-law went to go see Amon Amarth and said it was fucking awesome. I was like, well, yeah, it's Amon Amarth. They put on a fucking killer show, but I got to see Children of Bodom for the last
still
time.
bummed that
Yeah.
I'm still bummed that I missed that Amon Amarth show.
It was good. It was really good. I will
I know.
say,
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh no, I was gonna say like the only issue I had with it, other than coming back and realizing that I was fucking sick, was for Carcass's set for some odd reason, man, fucking Jeff had his fucking bass dined. Like that thing was fucking loud. Like he almost kind of drowned out some of the guitars. Like, dude, turn that down.
Yeah.
Like I need to be able to hear our riff lord and savior fucking Bill Steer over here just do his thing because it's fucking Bill Steer. But
Right.
killer set though. I mean, they played a lot of the new stuff. They didn't play much off of Surgical Steel. I was kind of surprised by that. Like I think they played. I think the only one they played was Unfit for Human Consumption off that album. Like the rest of the time, it was stuff off of Torn Arteries. Of course, Heartwork, because they have to play Heartwork songs. They played This Mortal Coil. They played Buried Dreams. Of course, they played Corporal Jigsaw Quandary. Exhumed to Consume. I think a little bit of General Grinder. But yeah, like I was just like, man, dude, like they don't have great sound, and there's only one reason why it's not great is, man, I don't know why Jeff's fucking bass is up so fucking high.
Ooh, yeah, that's
because the
definitely
sound guy's
thing.
fucked up.
I don't know, either that or he just didn't care. Because everyone else's sound sounded great. Like Cattle Decap sounded fucking awesome, and their new song sounded fucking great. Like it's definitely more black metal tinged.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, dude, Travis Ryan is such a fucking wild vocalist. That dude has an insane range.
He's unique. I mean, he definitely has his own style.
His
when it comes to
his
vocals.
his gremlin clean vocals or whatever you want to call them are like it sounds like it's something that's like, oh, that's an effect in the studio. Like, no, that's shit he does with his throat, and I have no idea how he does it.
I couldn't do it.
But yeah, they were fucking great. Obituary put on a fucking killer show. Like my only gripe there was they didn't play Slowly We Rot and they didn't play Chopped in Half. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I need
they
Tell
this.
me I'm in pain.
But they did play that. They did play
Oh,
I'm in
they did.
Pain.
How about that?
But I needed to hear like Chopped Love. But they didn't
Can't wait
play
to
that.
hear the new album.
Oh, dude, that like I liked the first single, but that second single I think is even better. I was like, dude, all right, there we go. Like,
I haven't checked it out yet. I'm gonna have to
Dude.
check that out.
the second single's fucking. I think the second single's the title track. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's a fucking beast of a fucking song.
I
Nice.
have to listen to it more.
Yeah, I mean I love Obituary. Those first three Obituary albums in particular are so goddamn good.
Heck yeah.
And John Tardy
Wow.
sounds great. Like the whole band sounds fucking great. Like they just sound tight, and they were having a fuck ton of fun.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a good show. It was a good tour. I mean, hopefully Amon Amarth does another round of touring. Their live stage show was fucking great. They definitely got the crowd going. You know, there was a big inflatable Viking statues and people with spears and Loki, the fucking demon mask with the horns and shit. Like, they have fun with that shit, and they are kind of like the AC/DC of fucking melodic death metal, in my opinion, right now. But it's fun. It's always fucking fun seeing them live.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody told me I should check out the new album. I'm like, okay.
There's
I mean,
only
I
like
wasn't
two.
like, really excited about it. I'm like, I pretty much know what I'm probably gonna hear already.
Yeah, it's an Amon Amarth album.
There's only like
It's
two
a-
or three songs that are decent. That's it.
I think there's a handful that are decent. Oh god, what was the one with Odin in the title? I mean, that doesn't narrow it down much. Hold on.
With Odin by our side.
No, that's earlier song. Yeah.
Something about that.
Odin Against You All or something like that.
Odin owns you all or something.
Odin Owns You All. That's a fucking furiously fucking heavy song. A little bit more on the aggressive side. Saxons and Vikings is admittedly entertaining because you do have Biff Byford on there too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'll definitely check that one out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Great Heathen Army, like the title track's pretty good. I don't like Hydrune. It's the drinking song. I don't know, it's stupid.
No, that's like a power metal. Like a,
Yeah, like yo ho ho, the mead horn, blah blah blah. Like it's like the third track in though. It's like, give me more time, give me more battle before we celebrate, guys. Like seriously,
Yeah.
you've barely fucking pillaged this town. Like, let's just have a drink. Like, dude, let's finish the fucking job.
I think Raise Your Horn should have been the last on the Almswagging.
Yeah. Raise your horns. Like, you already have your anthem. You don't need a second one like that. Like, that's. Then they play that one fucking live. But, I mean, honestly, pretty much everything I would say from Fate of the Norns on has been the formula. Like,
Pretty
I
much.
yeah, you can. This is everything you're going to get. It's
I
kind of
mean-
going to be the same thing, but it's kind of a fun same thing. Like, if you don't like it, it's not going to
Yeah.
change. You
I mean, it's not like they sold out or, want a whole different music. You like
Yeah,
you said,
yeah.
they're the AC/DC of melodic Viking death metal.
they've they found a niche, and they're doing their sound. They haven't really compromised it at all, and
Yeah.
they're being successful with it. Props fucking to them.
Yep. I mean, I wouldn't want them to change. If they came out and made like a load and reload type of album, it'd be like, what the fuck is this?
I don't think they have it in them. Like, honestly, like, I don't think with Johan's fucking, because Johan has powerful fucking growls. Like, he's got a good fucking growl.
Yeah, he's still one of the best growlers in death metal.
He got me on Oscitor. That middle part where he does the.
Oh, Destroyers of the Universe. Like, that one shows off, like, a little bit more of, like, the death metal energy. Like, I still play that one live. It's like, yeah, this is the token very heavy one off of Surtur Rising. That one's, I like that album. I think that album's fucking good. I mean, it's, again, it's not much different than any of the other ones, but there's some more intense moments on that one.
The Last Stand of Rage, that's a killer track.
It's kind of weird. Like, in a way, too, they're like the Iron Maiden or melodic death metal.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of bringing that big stage show and the themes and the fun. Yeah.
I want to see a big production Monomar show.
I mean, for what they did in theaters, like, because I saw them at the Fillmore in Detroit. And that's a pretty good fucking size theater. But
I saw him at House of Blues 2019.
I saw him in a House of Blues show once. It was fucking packed. I mean, this place was pretty packed too, and this is a big theater. Like, I would say, like 3,000 to 5,000. Like, it's a big fucking theater, like multi-tiered too.
It's funny. I remember reading this was over 20 years ago. This would have been back when The Crusader came out, I think.
God, what was that? 2001, 2002?
Yeah. And Johan, the vocalist, said like he considers his music just death metal. I mean, that was back then.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know, like, at the gates, like, I know fucking Thomas Lindbergh has said flat. I was like, no, we're death metal. I was like, I mean, you're death metal, yeah, but you're melodic death metal. Like, I mean, if you listen, like, your style is definitely, like, all right, you're not like Cannibal Corpse or Deicide or any of those bands. You're not even like Entombed, but you have a death metal sound, and it's good. It's just more melodic.
No, At the Gates is good.
I'm actually eager to hear some new stuff from them now that the twins, both of them are in the band again. Yeah, Anders rejoined. That was because their other guitarist turned out to be a giant fucking pervert. Like, he was like, sexting fucking chicks. Like, as far as I know, they were of age, but like really just perverse shit. And like, hey, no, this is unacceptable.
Yeah,
and then he just kept doing it.
Don't do.
Oh yeah, no, like talking about like, how amazing his dick is and blah blah blah. I was like, dude, no, I saw the fucking screenshots and shit. I was like, dude, oh come on, gross, man.
What the fuck? That is gross.
Yeah.
What the hell?
when that got leaked out, they're like, nah, out of here. And then I guess because Anders has been out of music for a while, like he left the Haunted too. But I guess they approached him. He just wanted to do like production. He was kind of tired of being on the road. Like, I mean, like, the usual thing with like musicians. Like, yeah, this is a lot of work. I kind of want to just sit back and chill. But I guess that time sitting back and chilling is like, yeah, you know what? I want to kind of do this again because it was kind of fun.
Well, yeah. That should definitely be interesting. I mean,
there's already a fair amount of stuff that's already been announced for next year. Like, I mean, Obituary, Enslaved, new In Flames tracks sound fucking great, and I haven't heard that in years.
I actually like every song that's been released so far. Even that more melodic song, I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, that's pretty damn good.
I don't know. Maybe they listened to all their fucking old fans. Like, hey, remember when you guys were cool?
Maybe.
I don't know. But it seems, I don't know. It just, I'm kind of blown away. I haven't said, I've been excited about an In Flames release in years.
Oh, dude,
Like,
I've
it's
been-
usually, all right, In Flames has put out an album. I'm going to ignore it.
I haven't been excited since probably. Oh, geez. It's been a really long time.
I'd say Come Clarity might have been the last one that I
Yeah.
really enjoyed. And then everything else was just this steady, like, well, this is okay. I think I'm done.
But man, I'll tell you what, this new stuff I'm hearing, it's like, wow. It sounded pretty damn good. I
But
mean,
you saw who their new lead guitarist is, right?
isn't it Chris No,
Yeah.
is it Chris Broderick? No
Yep.
wonder. No wonder it's
Yeah.
fucking good.
And they've never been like a very solo-y band, but there's
Yeah.
been some solos, and he just knows how to do good lead melodies and shit. I mean, yeah, Bjorn Gillette's already pretty solid at that.
Yeah, because like to me, the new stuff sounds like Jesper's back in the band, and I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he's not back in the band, but
Well, I mean that Halo Effect band, that was pretty good. The one with all actually everyone in that band was a former member of In Flames at one point. They had
see,
In Flames,
I haven't really checked that out.
it's pretty good.
I'll have to look into it.
I mean, admittedly, with Michael Stahn on vocals and it being melodic death metal, like it sounds like Dark Tranquility, but also sounds like In Flames too. It's pretty solid. I picked it up. I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, technically, Michael Stahn would have been the original vocalist of In Flames.
Yeah,
Like
I
very
mean,
early on.
Jesper Stromblad's in there, and I think one of the last guitarists that In Flames brought back. I think he was the other guitarist on Colony, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in that band too. The Peter Ewers, their old bassist, In Flames' old bassist, the bassist, and I forget the name of the drummer. He was the one that was on there from, I think, Clayman to I can't remember when he left.
Clayman's
Nicholas-
off an album.
Nicholas something.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. Oh,
Again, no, that's Dark Tranquility.
I mean, I haven't been this happy about In Flames in a long time. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to new music, I'm like, maybe I'll actually buy this album.
I played it for Shred, and it was like, man, I don't know if I want to hear this. Then they listened to it, was like, all right, that was good. What?
It's like they're kind of getting back to being melodic death metal.
Definitely.
In a way.
I mean, even Anders, he hasn't screamed like that in fucking forever. I was like, dude, he sounds good. I mean, honestly, maybe the years of doing more clean vocals has probably helped out.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't blow out his voice screaming his guts out. I don't know. Let's see. Wait, I'm gonna actually get off here because it is 4:14 in the morning, and I need
Oh
to
yeah,
sleep.
it's pretty late.
But yeah,
Yeah, shit.
I'll catch you later, Ben. Good chatting, man.
All right, man. Good chatting
Peace.
too, man.
Yeah.
Peace. All right, White. Yeah, I'm heading out too, man.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Yep. So yeah, in closing, keep it metal. Fuck the trolls. Keep being stupid. Well, that's okay. Be stupid. Yeah, be stupid and with your comments, whatever. Make your videos. Harass. Do what you
I
want
don't
to
even
do.
pay attention to them.
Dude, yeah, you know what? It's not worth paying attention to these fucking idiots because, you know, I'm almost in my mid 40s now, and if you got to harass somebody that's like in their mid 40s, and I'm basically old enough to be your fucking dad, fuck off.
Yeah.
Maybe you need better parenting or to get wives, you know. But then again, there is another person that's in his 40s that does this crap too, that we're not going to mention. But anyways, thanks to everybody out there who sticks with Metal Bench Chronicles. 2023 is going to be a fucking way better year. It's not going to be a fucking shit show. And thanks to friends like Wider that I have. Necrotic Nick, Ryan, Me Metal Mike. At least I made friends on here, you know. And these people aren't going to stab me in the back. And these people will not stab me in the back either. Anyways, we're out. Keep it metal. Metal Bench Chronicles ain't fucking dead. And basically, trolls, keep riding my nuts. All right, we're out.